He did us where it be much. No be hype, everybody they cross. There's no door limit us.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
So the time right now, SVG, it is 8:08, and as mentioned earlier, we will be conducting an interview with Invest SVG at this time. All right, and this is in relation to the Diaspora Outreach Program, which is back. In studio, the physical studio, we have Mr. Alejandro Toserero. I got that?
Close enough.
All right, so he's a communications officer, and Mrs. Shanna Jacobs, also of Invest SVG. So good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
All right, how y'all doing?
We're doing great this morning. Unfortunately.
Fabulous. Can you hear me, by the way? Just making sure.
We can hear you, Shanna, yes.
Shanna loud.
Awesome.
So, thank you so much for having us this morning to the WEFM team. Roleza, I believe this is the first in-person interview that I've actually done with you. I mean, I'm always accustomed to doing the virtual interviews with you guys, but I'm very happy to be here this morning.
All right, it's true, because I know we did an interview before, but for the life of me, I thought it was in here.
No, it was virtual via StreamYard you guys use, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to meet you in person.
Yes.
All right. Shanna, you too.
Hopefully next time.
Okay.
I'll be able to make it down.
All right, no problem. So let us know what is this outreach program all about? I see some excitement floating around about it. So what is this all about?
100%. So just to give you a little information about what the Diaspora Outreach and Investment Program is. So last year in 2025, Invest SVG started an initiative where we actually visit Vincentians living abroad. So, we have a lot of Vincentians living in places like the UK, the United States, and Canada. And we basically partnered with other governmental entities as well as private sector stakeholders to basically bring them information about how they can invest and do business in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because we want them to bring their talents. We want them to, bring their business ideas and everything that they've learned overseas back home to SVG to help build up the country, to make St. Vincent and the Grenadines a better place, and to continue driving that economic growth and foreign investment.
Okay. So go ahead.
I was just going to jump in and add to Alejandro. Our tagline, which was last year, and it's definitely, if it's not broke, we're not going to try to fix it. It's going to be this year again. Home is where the heart is. And that's exactly what it is that we are shouting from the rooftops, as it were, in terms of the diaspora. A lot of persons have gone abroad and, as Alejandro said, living abroad and so forth like that. But at the end of the day, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is definitely home. And home is where the heart is. So we definitely wanted to kind of bring the two a little bit closer together. Persons living in the diaspora may feel, well, they are where they are and we are where we are, but we wanted to let them know that we are still here for them to facilitate anything that they want, whether it be coming back home, whether it is investing in a business, of which we can definitely facilitate, or if it is just, looking for information as to how to set up a business at home, which is why we took all of the government agencies and entities with us. We had information from NIS, SIPO, CED, income tax, customs, of course, Invest SVG, and the Bank of St. Vincent was on board, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade. I could go on. But all of the information that we brought to persons in the diaspora made it easier for them to reconnect, made it easier for them to do business back home, and made it easier for them to reconnect, because you know why? Home is where the heart is.
All right. But I know for sure BOSVG personnel went on the last occasion. So on this occasion, who will be going?
So we are still working to fully conform all of our partners because this trip doesn't start until April, May. However, things are still in the planning stage, but I can confirm that the Bank of St. Vincent will once again be present, and we're going to have some other exciting stakeholders. Obviously we've had a change in government, so the faces have changed. It's going to be a great opportunity for new heads of government to come and meet the diaspora because we all know that they are very eager to meet the new persons that are in charge. And we're going to bring some brand new players on the team as well. So just, stay tuned to our social medias, to WEFM, to, the other stations as well to get more information about that.
Okay. And how receptive was last year's initiative?
I'll let Shanna speak to that.
Well, thank you. Too kind. Very receptive. I mean, we didn't just slap it together. We did it with class. And when we brought together this initiative, we ensured that the diaspora persons knew that we were there for them. Yes, we killed a lot of birds with one stone. So we did a lot of other investment promotions, but the actual investment forum itself, the diaspora outreach itself, focused very much on the persons in the diaspora. We had very much full houses in all locations. And it was very exciting to see the reaction from the diaspora because a lot of them weren't aware of some of the things that were going on, how easy it was to do business back home, or who even to contact in terms of doing business back home. So the information that we brought, along with the fact that I'm sure you're aware that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is going through our digital transformation process. And we brought that to them as well, letting them know that soon and very soon it's going to be easier to do business back home. But in the meantime and between time, us bringing all the information from all the players, making it very easy for them to reconnect back home.
Okay.
So all in a nutshell, they were excited.
Okay. So in a way, break it down for us, right? So let's say I am in New York. I have a lot of money. I, left decades ago. I've accumulated a certain amount of wealth, and I am looking to find a way to invest in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Is it a case where you put forward particular areas that maybe you see as, well, not just Invest SVG, but also would be the government by extension, see as potential areas for development? Or let's bring it down to people like me as a small business owner. Let's say there are persons who, might need a little bit of assistance in terms of finding funding, etc. How exactly can I, as the person who has made it overseas, actually find a way to contribute in a very meaningful way, maybe nationally or individually in terms of like a small business owner?
If I can start off, well, you could basically be on part of the team because you summed up everything that we are bringing this year. So we are definitely going to bring our information in terms of how to do business and so forth like that. But in terms of the investment packages that we're bringing to the diaspora this year, we have teamed up to bring, I want to make sure I get this right. We are going to bring specific packages. So whether it be in terms of the 4 pillars, in terms of tourism, blue economy, blue economy, tourism, agriculture as well. So we'll be actually packaging investment portfolios and profiles that are easily attainable for persons within the diaspora. Now, some persons may know what they want to do, but for those who are unaware, we're bringing those packages so that they can have an idea of, maybe I can set up a nice little Airbnb, or maybe it is I can get into CMOS in terms of the blue economy, or maybe it is I can lease some government lands in terms of getting into agriculture, or if it is that you have, we have businesses through Invest SVG that are looking for investment as well. So we're working with a couple that we're going to package for persons in the diaspora to look at, hey, I see Roleza is doing, this wonderful drink, but she needs a bottling machine. So we're going to do some matchmaking as well for some of the local exporters and vendors here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And just to add to what Shanna is saying as well, I mean, she spoke about, the different sectors of focus, such as, the blue economy, agriculture. One she didn't mention actually is the creative economy, which is something that the new government is going to be putting a bigger focus on also. But I want to let out a little secret, a little cat out the bag. So this year, one of the partners that we have on our Diaspora Outreach program, which is somebody who actually would have signed up through the Everything Vinci Expo Plus last year in 2025. It's one of the great things that we're proud of. So they've shown interest to become a partner with us this year, is a company called ADS Construction. It's a locally based construction firm, and we're gonna basically be partnering with them to show diaspora investors the possibilities of what you can do on certain lands, because some of our partners that are going, such as once again the Bank of St. Vincent, they have lands that are up for sale. And some diaspora persons might be interested in buying these lands, whether it be, again, for Airbnb type investments. Accommodations are very popular right now, and other sorts of things. We're actually looking to partner with them to create some visual models of what's possible, because looking at the piece of land sometimes is not really enough. People want that visual element. So we're working along with them, along with other partners as well on this program this year, to basically bring pre-packaged investments to diaspora investors to make it easier for them to visualize what the possibilities are of investing back home in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I just wanted to add that.
That's a very good idea, though.
That was a good ad.
Yes, it was a very good idea as well. All right. So let me just take it back a little bit, because, I tend to look up for small business persons. In terms of those persons who might want to find themselves being put forward in a sense, what should they possibly be doing at this point in time? Should they have already been registered with Invest SVG? What should they do?
Okay, so I guess that's one for me. So yes, being registered with Invest SVG definitely gives you a leg up, as it were. It's free to register, so don't hold the brakes in terms of coming and seeking us out. So registering with Invest SVG allows you those perks of, whenever we have grant writing or any of those other areas that we promote. But in this particular case, yes, one, they are registered with Invest SVG. Two, they've shown that they want to expand their businesses, but they need some capital injection. And we will be working with them in terms of what their product offering looks like. Because what we don't want, even though you're making wonderful juices, Roleza, you're not ready yet in terms of packaging or any of those things. Because we're looking to take, products to another level. By the way, in terms of our export development department, that is one of the things that we do. We get persons into regional markets, local markets very much as well, and international markets. But we handhold in terms of the process of doing that. So we'll take the persons who are ready to take the next step in terms of an investment to grow their business. But it's on a case-by-case basis. But definitely being part of the Invest SVG family is very important, and it's easy to do
And
so.
while we're here as well, so if I may add, on this Diaspora Outreach and Investment Program, we're going to be putting out basically a call to action to local exporters and local businesses, because even since last year, people saw what we were doing and they kept asking us, oh my gosh, how can I get in on this action? How can you take my products to the diaspora overseas? And I just want to officially announce as well via WEFM that before we put out this call to action on other channels like social media and so forth, we are opening an invitation to local exporters and producers who are interested in sending their products with us for display. Or even if they want to come, obviously that would be fully funded by them, by their business. Invest SVG is not going to cover that cost. However, we do extend the invitation for any small business who is willing and able to come on any of the diaspora missions to feel free to reach out to us. You can contact us via any major social media, our website and things like that. I can't remember the phone number out of my head. That's a bad sign for the communications officer. However,
Okay.
Yeah, but you can reach us via any major social media. Our phone number is available on the internet as well. But yeah, feel free to reach out to us. We're open to collaborating with any local Vincentian business who is willing to take their product outside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and display it at any of our diaspora sessions. And notice that we haven't even spoken about where we're going
You're right.
this year.
Yes.
Dates. So we will be in 4 locations this year. Just for reference, last year we were also in 4 locations. We went to London in the UK, we went to Toronto, we went to Washington, D.C., and we went to New York. So this year we are once again doing 4 locations, however, one is different, right? So we will be in London, UK once again on the 19th of April. And then we're gonna go to Tortola in the British Virgin Islands because we have a big Vincentian community there. We're gonna be there on the 2nd of May. And then we're also gonna be going to Toronto, Canada, and we will be there just 1 second.
16th of May.
Numbers. Thank you, Shanna. Always coming to the rescue.
16th of May, and we're
16th
in
of
New
May.
York City, Big Apple on the 23rd.
You see, Shanna always comes to my rescue.
That's because you all working together.
Exactly.
You work as a team. Very good.
It's like a high five in the air.
Virtual high five.
Someone was asking about Montreal.
Montreal. So unfortunately, Montreal is not on the list for the program this year. However, we are aware that we have a wider Vincentian community spread out all across Canada. So, it's something that we've considered, not for this year, but maybe you will see Montreal added to the program for.
How many days you guys gonna be in these
So
countries?
It depends. So the actual session, the forum that we're doing, because we do this in the style of a conference, right? We do a conference, we invite persons in the diaspora to come and register, and we have presentations. That is one day. However, in terms of visits to these cities, sometimes we do organize visits with other investors. They might be foreign investors, people who are interested in doing business in SVG.
In terms of the country.
Yeah, in terms of the country. So each location really depends on our travel dates and how logistics were ready. But I would say maybe an average of, 4 to 5 days in each location. But again, it really depends on the stop.
Okay. All right. So what can you say to encourage both persons to come on out to these events, those within the diaspora and those here locally who want to get in on this opportunity?
Shana will be on.
Okay, I'll start. Don't rush. So first and foremost, in terms of persons here in St. Vincent locally, we'll definitely start off with encouraging you to, one, register with Invest SVG so you reap all the wonderful benefits. Two, if it is that you have a product service that you want to get into the diaspora, you want to introduce, you are welcome to come along with us. As Mr. Tesserero said, it would be at your expense, but we definitely facilitate in terms of you meeting persons within the diaspora and furthering your business ideas going forward. If it is that you want to look for investment for your business, this is a time to reach out to us as well and see how we can work with you and package that for the diaspora. Now, for persons in the diaspora, yes, we're coming again. We're coming for you, to you, and we're bringing a little piece of home with us because we know that home is where the heart is. So come out, hear what we have to say, see some of the wonderful packages, some of the products that we're bringing, and also the wealth of information in terms of how to reconnect back home, how to do business back home, how to invest in home, and just how to stay connected.
Okay, and curious question. What date should persons register by, those who here locally who may want for their products to be taken with the team? What date should they register by? And for persons who may wish to go along, when do they need to give you that information?
Okay, so in terms of registration, because we made the first official announcement of the program last week, Friday, that was done via our social media. We did an announcement featuring our new minister, which is the Honorable Minister Bramble, Fitz Bramble. He is now our direct line minister under Foreign Affairs because we used to be under the Ministry of Finance, right? So in terms of registration, we haven't officially opened our registration as yet because we've just made the announcement about renewing the program. But for anybody listening who is interested in coming along, you can definitely feel free to reach out to us. We can start those arrangements. In terms of preparations to actually attend the sessions, I can encourage you to stay tuned to our social media to see when we announce the date for that. But it's going to be very, very soon when we open registration for each place.
Okay. All right. So any final words from either of you?
I mean, I just want to once again, like Shanna said, I want to reiterate what she would have mentioned in terms of, home is really where the heart is. I mean, we have a lot of people who they live abroad, they've been over there for years, and it's just not the same as being in your own country, because certain things overseas are not what we're accustomed to, and sometimes people wish they could come back home, but due to certain obligations, they can't. Well, this is a perfect opportunity for you to not only come back home and visit, but also to invest and help to build up the country at such a pivotal time when things are changing. We're seeing different ideas and different thought processes in heads of government. We're seeing a lot of change. So, just really come out, support, visit these sessions, register, bring your ideas, bring your talents, and, let's all connect and, bounce ideas off of each other and see how we can push forward and make St. Vincent and the Grenadines a much, much better place, because we're really beautiful. We have so much potential, but all we need is that extra investment, that extra talent from our Vincentians living abroad to take us to truly the next level. That's all I have to say. I don't know if Shanna has anything else. She's the CEO of Fabulous. So we call her.
I'm gonna wrap it up quite nicely. A lot of the times people think that Invest SVG is all about foreign investment. And we definitely want to reiterate and confirm that we're not just here for foreign investment, but we are here for investment from and to facilitate for our people. So we're here for local and diaspora investment just as well. So we want to be here for you and let you connect back home.
Okay. All right. So we were indeed happy to have both of you here. I'm not sure. We might probably hear from you again just before you head on.
Most
up.
definitely.
Right.
So,
all right. So indeed, it was a pleasure having both of you here this morning. We conducted an interview with Invest SVG, the Diaspora unit, in relation to the outreach program, which is back visiting four cities this year. So London, Tortola, Toronto, and New York City. All right. So you would stay tuned for more information on that. We had in studio with us Alejandro Tesorero and his communications officer.
That one was much better.
Yeah.
I'm going to
it took me a while.
And Mrs. Shanna Jacob. Shanna, didn't actually get your job title.
I am the Investment Facilitation Services Manager.
All right. That mouthful, that is what Shanna is. All right. So thank you very much for being here with us. And we look forward to hearing from you again very soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
You're
Have a great
welcome.
day.
You as well. Thanks.
Free.